And now, your first Alert 5 weather.
Live look on Woodland Park right now, and you can see in the distance there we do have a line of light rain showers headed in your direction, hence the ominous looking skies. Down here though, it's a different story altogether. Pueblo and Colorado Springs, we're looking at partly to mostly cloudy conditions and mild temperatures. Mid 70s for Pueblo, mid 60s for the Springs at this hour. Elsewhere, you look out on the plains, we still have that very strong temperature gradient, 80s from anywhere from Lamar and La Junta down south, and then 50s up north, and that's because we have a cold front moving through, as well as some of that rain-cooled air from all the heavier thunderstorms. And this is where all the activity is at this hour. We're pretty much clear in southeastern Colorado, but look at these thunderstorms, very intense. Here's Denver, Longmont, Loveland, Fort Collins. They even had some light thunder snow, but hail has been coating I-70 over the last hour. So that's where all the activity is. We still have one more round of light showers, and we can see here all the way from Jefferson down towards Cripple Creek. This is where this line is starting to move through the area. And as you can see here, we'll look for this over the next hour to 2 hours, moving over the Palmer Divide. And that's going to be about it for tonight. As the sun continues to set, a lot of this activity will continue to diminish. Now, when we look at this on the bigger picture here, we still have a very unsettled weather pattern, a very strong line of showers and storms, now pretty much terrain, I-70 from Colby all the way west towards Fort Collins. That's where the heaviest of activity will remain for this evening. Tonight, though, this cold front will continue to slide through the area. Showers and thunderstorms will eventually come to an end. But what's going to happen is an area of high pressure is going to start to move in. A northeasterly wind will push all this moisture up along the front range of the mountains from Cheyenne all the way down south towards New Mexico, and that's going to create a lot of uncertainty here in the atmosphere, and this cold front will be draped along, so that continues to add to the instability in the atmosphere. We remove that and look at the chances for rain and snow, and this is tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you hour by hour here and just kind of analyze this situation. As we go into the next several hours, things will start to dissipate by midnight tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies during the overnight hours, temperatures in the lower 40s. Tomorrow morning, when we wake up, clouds start to thicken up. A couple of spotty chances for rain here or there, but it's not going to be until the afternoon, say around 3 p.m., where we start to see more development here along the front range from I-25 westward. Notice I-25 eastward, partly to mostly cloudy conditions and warmer temperatures. But a lot of this stuff, it just doesn't make its way out east because we have a much more stable air mass. Again, we're talking about an easterly wind pushing all of this up against the mountains. And that's what this is going to be, a primarily mountainous event for many of us. Now, when we talk about the amount of rainfall that comes from this is where it gets kind of interesting because it looks pretty impressive, especially when you compare this to, 4 inches of liquid precipitation. But you got to remember, we're still in April here, and that means a transition from rain to snow. So when you actually factor in the freezing conditions for here, it's actually a couple of inches anywhere above 7,000 feet. Below, though, that's where it starts to turn into rain. And again, we're talking I-25 eastward and then down south Trinidad towards the New Mexico border. Highs for tomorrow on Monday, 40 for the Air Force Academy, 38 for Monument, much cooler conditions, mix of sun and clouds, but primarily it'll be cloudy as well as a good chance of rain, maybe some light snow, especially during tomorrow night. As far as the highs for Springs area, 45 for Colorado Springs, 46 for Fort Carson. Down south, it'll be warmer towards Pueblo in the lower 50s for us, and that's again because, well, we're just talking about some of those northeasterly winds, and it's not going to be as intense because we're looking more towards the eastern plains. 60s here for the southeastern corner because, again, this activity is going to be primarily for the central and southern mountains tomorrow night into Tuesday. 7-day forecast look like this. 45 degrees tomorrow afternoon for Colorado Springs. Best chance of rain is going to be early morning tomorrow and then late tomorrow afternoon once we start to have that midday break and things start to redevelop. Tomorrow night into Tuesday morning for Pueblo, much the same scenario. It's not going to be a big event for the major metropolitan areas for Colorado Springs, Pueblo. Canyon City, a better chance because you guys are a little bit more further into the mountains. And then by Tuesday, what happens is that cold front moves on through. High pressure moves on in and then starts to clear out the skies quite a bit. Woodland Park, because you guys are having freezing temperatures, a good chance for a little mix of rain and snow.